And these are stations of the sons of Israel, as they went out of the land of Egypt, together with their force by the hand of Moses and Aaron. And Moses wrote down their departures and their stations, through the word of the Lord, and these are stations of their journey. They set out from Ramesses in the 1st month, on the 15th day of the 1st month. On the day after the Pascha the sons of Israel went out, with a high hand before all the Egyptians. And the Egyptians were burying all those of them who had died, whom the Lord struck down, every firstborn in the land of Egypt. And among their gods the Lord executed vengeance. And when the sons of Israel set out from Ramesses, they encamped at Succoth. And they set out from Succoth and encamped at Buthan, which is some part of the wilderness. And they set out from Buthan and encamped at Hiroth's mouth, which is opposite Baal-Zephon. And they encamped opposite Magdalos. And they set out from before Hiroth, and crossed through the middle of the sea into the wilderness. And they went a journey of 3 days through the wilderness, and they encamped at Bitternesses. And they set out from Bitternesses, and came to Elim. And in Elim there were 12 springs of water, and 70 date palm trunks. And they encamped there beside the water. And they set out from Elim, and encamped by the Red Sea. And they set out from the Red Sea, and encamped in the wilderness of Sin. And they set out from the wilderness of Sin, and encamped at Raphakah. And they set out from Raphakah, and encamped in Ilus. And they set out from Ilus, and encamped at Raphidim. And there was no water for the people to drink there. And they set out from Raphidim, and encamped in the wilderness of Sinai. And they set out from the wilderness of Sinai, and encamped in tombs of craving. And they set out from tombs of craving, and encamped in Haseroth. And they set out from Haseroth, and encamped in Rothamah. And they set out from Rothamah, and encamped in Ramon Pharez. And they set out from Ramon Pharez, and encamped in Lebona. And they set out from Lebona, and encamped at Desah. And they set out from Desah, and encamped at Makelath. And they set out from Makelath, and encamped at Saphar. And they set out from Saphar, and encamped at Karadath. And they set out from Karadath, and encamped at Makelath. And they set out from Makelath, and encamped at Kataath. And they set out from Kataath, and encamped at Terath. And they set out from Terath, and encamped at Matakah. And they set out from Matakah, and encamped at Hasalmonah. And they set out from Hasalmonah, and encamped at Masaruth. And they set out from Masaruth, and encamped at Bainakan. And they set out from Bainakan, and encamped at the mountain of Gadgad. And they set out from the mountain of Gadgad, and encamped at Etibathah. And they set out from Etibathah, and encamped at Ebrona. And they set out from Ebrona, and encamped at Gezion-Geber. And they set out from Gezion-Geber, and encamped in the wilderness of Sin. And they set out from the wilderness of Sin, and encamped in the wilderness of Pharan. This is Kadesh. And they set out from Kadesh, and encamped at Hor, the mountain near the land of Edom. And Aaron the priest went up by the ordinance of the Lord, and died there in the 40th year of the departure of the sons of Israel from the land of Egypt, in the 5th month, on the 1st of the month. And Aaron was 123 years old when he died on Hor the mountain. And Cananis, king of Arad, and he was living in the land of Canaan, heard when the sons of Israel were coming in. And they set out from Hor the mountain, and encamped at Salmonah. And they set out from Salmonah, and encamped at Phino. And they set out from Phino, and encamped at Oboth. And they set out from Oboth, and camped in Gai, on the other side, on the borders of Moab. And they set out from Gai, and encamped at Dibon-Gad. And they set out from Dibon-Gad, and encamped in Gelmon-Deblathaim. And they set out from Gelmon-Deblathaim, and encamped on the mountains of Abarim, opposite Nabal. And they set out from the mountains of Abarim, and encamped to the west of Moab, by the Jordan opposite Jericho. And they encamped by the Jordan between Hasemoth, as far as Belsatim, to the west of Moab. And the Lord spoke to Moses at the west of Moab by the Jordan opposite Jericho, saying, Speak to the sons of Israel, and you shall say to them, As for you, you are crossing the Jordan into the land of Canaan, and you shall destroy all those who live in the land before you, and you shall remove their lookouts. And as for all their molten idols, you shall destroy them. and all their steles you shall remove, and you shall destroy the inhabitants of the land, and you shall settle in it. For to you I have given their land as an allotment, and you shall obtain their land as a possession by lot, according to your tribes. To the more numerous ones you shall increase their possession, and to the less numerous ones you shall decrease their possession. To what his name goes out there, his shall it be. According to your paternal tribes you shall inherit. But if you do not destroy those living on the land from before you, then it shall be that whomever of them you leave shall be thorns in your eyes and missiles in your sides, and they shall act with hostility upon the land on which you will settle. And it shall be, just as I had resolved to do to them, I will do to you. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Command the sons of Israel, and you shall say to them, As for you, you are entering into the land of Canaan. This shall be to you for an inheritance, the land of Canaan together with its borders. And the side that is to the southwest shall be for you from the wilderness of Sin, as far as next to Edom, and the borders to the southwest shall be for you from the part of the salt sea on the east. And your brothers shall go around you from the southwest to the ascent of Akrabin, and they shall pass along Seneh, and its outlet shall be to the southwest of Kadesh of Barnea, and it shall go out to the steading of Arad, and it shall pass along Asamona, and the borders shall go around from Asamona to the Wadi of Egypt, and the outlet shall be the sea. And the boundaries of the sea shall be for you, the great sea shall determine the border. This shall be for you the boundaries of the sea. And this shall be the borders for you to the north. From the great sea you shall measure out for yourselves along the mountain, and from the mountain you shall measure for them, as they enter into Hamath, and its outlet shall be the borders of Saradah. And the borders shall go out to Dephrona, and its outlet shall be Hasarnain. This shall be for you the borders from the north. And Moses commanded the sons of Israel, saying, This is the land that you shall obtain as a possession by lot, in the manner that the Lord instructed Moses, to give it to the 9 tribes and to the half-tribe of Manasseh. For Reuben's son's tribe and Gad's son's tribe received according to their paternal houses, and the half-tribe of Manasseh accepted their allotments. 2 tribes and a half-tribe received their allotments beyond the Jordan opposite Jericho from the south, towards the east. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, These are the names of the men who shall inherit the land for you, the priest Eleazar, and Jesus the son of Naue. And you shall take 1 ruler from a tribe to obtain for you the land as a possession. And these are the names of the men. Of the tribe of Judah, Caleb son of Jephunneh. Of the tribe of Simon, Salamiel son of Ammiud. Of the tribe of Benjamin, Eldad son of Chislon. Of the tribe of Dan, a ruler, Bakir son of Egli. Of the sons of Joseph, of Manasseh's sons' tribe, a ruler, Haniel son of Uphid. Of the tribe of Ephraim's sons, a ruler, Kemuel son of Sabbathah. Of the tribe of Zabulon, a ruler, Elizaphan son of Farnach. Of the tribe of Issachar's sons, a ruler, Phaltiel son of Oza. Of the tribe of Asher's sons, a ruler, Achior son of Selemi. Of the tribe of Naphtali, a ruler, Phadiel son of Banumiud. These are the ones whom the Lord commanded to make the distribution for the sons of Israel in the land of Canaan. And the Lord spoke to Moses to the west of Moab by the Jordan opposite Jericho, saying, Instruct the sons of Israel, and they shall give to the Levites from the allotments of their possessions cities to live in, and the suburbs of the cities around them they shall give to the Levites. And the cities shall be for them to live in, and their areas set apart shall be for their cattle, and for all their quadrupeds. And the areas adjoining the cities that you shall give to the Levites shall be from the city wall and outwards, 2,000 cubits all around. And you shall measure outside the city, the side towards the east, 2,000 cubits, and the side towards the southwest, 2,000 cubits, and the side towards the sea, 2,000 cubits, and the side towards the north, 2,000 cubits. And the city in the midst of this shall be for you, and the contiguous areas of the cities, even the cities that you shall give to the Levites, the 6 cities of places of refuge, that you shall give to the murderer to flee there, and in addition to these, 42 cities. All the cities that you shall give to the Levites are 48 cities, them and their suburbs, even the cities that you shall give from the possession of Israel's sons, many from those with many, and fewer from those with fewer. They shall give of their cities to the Levites, each one according to his inheritance, that they shall inherit. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the sons of Israel, and you shall say to them, As for you, you are crossing the Jordan into the land of Canaan, and you shall set aside for yourselves cities. They shall be places of refuge for you, for the murderer to flee there, everyone who strikes a soul unintentionally. And the cities shall be for you places of refuge from one doing the relative's blood duty, and the one that commits murder will not die until he stands before the congregation for judgment. And the cities that you give as the 6 cities shall be places of refuge for you. 3 cities you shall give beyond the Jordan, and 3 cities you shall give in the land of Canaan. They shall be an asylum for the sons of Israel, and for the guest, and for the resident alien among you. These cities shall be a place of refuge for everyone to flee there, when he strikes a soul unintentionally. But if he strikes him with an iron instrument and he dies, he is a murderer. Let the murderer be put to death by death. Now if he strikes him with a stone out of hand, by which he may die, and he dies, he is a murderer. Let the murderer be put to death by death. Now if he strikes him with a wooden instrument out of hand, from which he may die, and he dies, he is a murderer. Let the murderer be put to death by death. As for the one doing the relative's blood duty, he shall kill the one that committed murder. When he meets up with him, he shall kill him. Now if out of enmity he pushes him, and hurls at him any object from an ambush and he dies, or out of rage he struck him with the hand and he dies, let the one who struck be put to death by death. He is a murderer. Let the murderer be put to death by death. The one doing the relative's blood duty shall strike the one that committed murder when he meets him. But if he pushes him suddenly, not out of enmity, or throws at him any object not from an ambush, or with any stone, by which he may die, unknowingly, and it falls upon him, and he dies, but he was not his enemy, nor was he seeking to harm him, then the congregation shall judge between the striker and between the one doing the relative's blood duty, according to these judgments. And the congregation shall rescue the one that committed murder from the one doing the relative's blood duty. And the congregation shall restore him to the city of his place of refuge, where he fled for refuge. And he shall live there until the great priest dies, him whom they anointed with the holy oil. But if he that commits murder by an exit leaves the bounds of the city, there where he fled for refuge, and the one doing the relative's blood duty finds him outside the bounds of the city of his refuge, and the one doing the relative's blood duty kills the one that committed murder, he is not liable. For let him live in the city of refuge until the great priest dies, and after the great priest dies, he that committed murder shall return to the land of his possession. And these things shall be for you a requirement of judgment for your generations in all your settlements. Every one, when he strikes a soul, through witnesses you shall kill the murderer, and one witness shall not bear witness against a soul that he should die. And you shall not receive ransom for a soul from the one that committed murder, liable to be killed, for he shall be put to death by death. And you shall not receive ransom to flee to a city of places of refuge, to live again on the land until the great priest dies. And you shall not kill by murder the land on which you live, for this blood kills the land by murder, and the land shall not be atoned for from the blood that was shed upon it, except by the blood of the one who shed it. And you shall not defile the land that you live upon, on which I will encamp among you, for I am the Lord, encamping in the midst of the sons of Israel.